Welcome back to the King Films 2021 Gold Cup knockout stage predictions video. Let's get right into it. We had a very successful group stage prediction with 6 out of the 8 teams falling directly into the place I predicted them. The 2 exceptions were Jamaica and Costa Rica. Before, I had Costa Rica losing the group to Jamaica, but on the final match day, Costa Rica won in the match 1-0 to send Jamaica to play the US and Costa Rica to play Canada, and formerly I had those matchups swapped. So in the first matchup, which is Qatar against El Salvador, I'm going to take Qatar just like before. They're the better team. El Salvador put up a good showing in Group A, beating Guatemala and Trinidad and Tobago, but they just came up short against a good Mexican squad, and I think that Qatar is a similar difficulty. However, Mexico did only beat this team 1-0. Mexico didn't have the strongest showing in the group stage, that is. But I think that this will be a close match, but I think Qatar will end up taking this one 1 or 2-0 in regular time. Going down to the bottom left, we have the USA against Jamaica, and I'm going to take the US to win this matchup. Jamaica is a good team, as I had them going to the final in my other prediction, but eventually losing to the US. Now I just have it happening in the first round. The US finished up a great group stage campaign with 9 points, 3 for 3 in wins. They weren't getting the impressive goal results, bar their game against Martinique, but I can feel that they weren't really trying that much, especially against Canada, where they were just trying to kind of hold on to the game. I think they can get away with doing a similar thing here in round 1, where they can score an early goal and take a 1-0 victory against Jamaica in this first round. Next up, we've got Mexico against Honduras, and both of these teams, I like their prospects, but I'm going to have Honduras winning for the same reasons that I had in that first video, which is that Honduras played Mexico to a draw in a friendly in June, and Honduras has looked really good in this tournament. Obviously, they just lost to Qatar 2-0, but I think that they can get a penalty kick shootout win here against Mexico in a very competitive match and send themselves to the second round, where I think that they will play Costa Rica. Yes, that is right. I have Costa Rica beating Canada. Canada didn't have the strongest group stage showing. They had USA beat out in the goal differential going into the final match, but then fell to the US. Some may say it was a fluky goal, but I see this one being close. Costa Rica hasn't completely sold me, but I do love that result against Jamaica. But I'm going to have Costa Rica beating Canada in regulation. We'll call it a 2-1 scoreline here to send them to a great match against Honduras. On the left side, again, we've got the US and Qatar, and just like before, I'm going to have the US winning this. I think that this will be a very close match. I see the US winning 1 or 2-0 or 2-1 in extra time. I have this one going to extra time, not penalties though. Qatar has shown that they're a good team, and I predicted the Group D completely correct with that Qatar-Panama draw as well in there. So I think that I'm pretty good at knowing what this Qatar team is going to do, and I think that they will fall to the US here, but they've put up a great showing in this tournament, and no one can really take that away from them going into the World Cup that they are clinched in for next year. On the other semifinal, we have Honduras against Costa Rica, and this is a very competitive match, but I am going to have Costa Rica winning this one. Costa Rica is just the better team, I think. At the end of the day, Costa Rica had a bad showing coming into this tournament, and that's why I ultimately had them losing to the US last time I predicted this. But now that they've shown that they can get first in their group, I think that they can really get through this bracket and into the final, where it will be a great match against the US. If Mexico happens to beat Honduras, again, I have it going to penalty shootouts. I would see this being another great match. Mexico just has such a hard draw on the left side. Honestly, all of these teams are pretty quality competition for the Gold Cup, bar maybe El Salvador. That's probably the worst team in here. But honestly, this is a great slate for the Gold Cup, and I'm very interested in this tournament bracket. So saying all that, let's get into the final. U.S. against Costa Rica, and just like before, I'm going to have the U.S. taking the dub and winning the Gold Cup. Again, the U.S. hasn't really shown that they can score, but they can certainly defend. So I think that they can win this one with another 1-0 scoreline, and maybe they'll have to win it in extra time. We'll see, but their defense has been solid throughout the tournament, and we'll see what happens in this Gold Cup. If it follows the Euro Cup in any way, shape, or form, then we could have some insane upsets in this tournament. And because of that, I'll be very interested in watching. Please stay tuned for the betting locks that will come out about these games. And thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.